Hello everyone, I'm Naneshwar. I'm currently working as a principal engineer at Microsoft. I joined Microsoft in 2017 as a SD2 engineer and then worked on different teams, different products, different tech stack, and currently working as principal engineer on the security domain more related to the big data processing. I graduated from VGTI Mumbai in 2013 and as a part of placement I got a job in Samsung Bangalore. I moved to Bangalore. In the Samsung I was a part of a smartphone video framework team. So the tech stack there was more around C++ and C. I worked there for a couple of years and after that I wanted to try something different outside of mobile domain. So I started searching for different companies. I gave the interviews, couple of interviews, and then I got a job in another company in 2015 in Bangalore only. It was more related to ETL products and more exposure towards big data processing. So while working in a second company, I started developing an interest about how these big companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon handle this big data processing at such a huge scale. Right? How do they do this distributed computing at such a big scale? Right? So it started developing an interest in me. So I thought to give a chance and started preparing for the interviews for these big companies. I tried couple of times for Amazon and Microsoft also, but I could not get selected. So I during that preparation process, I started understanding that the more focus for this big data big companies interview process is that around problem solving skills, right? So I then started preparing the problems or solving the problems by keeping in mind that I need to understand the concept first and then try to approach the solution, improve my thought process. Because what are the coding problems we solve and prepare for interview, right? It's completely different from what are the projects happen in companies, right? So, for example, you might have seen the different problems related to divide and conquer, right? But it's just a strategy. If you understand that strategy, you can see that it is applied onto the real life scenarios, like for example Spark data processing or any big data processing, right? Where big or large data sets are divided into smaller data sets and the actual processing happens on each small data sets parallelly, and the final results are basically based on the combination of this smaller processing results, right? So you can see how smartly this strategy is used here, right? And it is just one of the example. So I try to understand the concepts and try to go into little bit more depth. And in 2017, I got a call from Microsoft. One of the team from Microsoft Hyderabad had come to Bangalore. So I gave an interview. There were around 4 to 5 problems, and again the focus was more around how I am solving the problem, what is my thought process, right? How I am approaching to the problem, right? And because I was prepared and all the 4 rounds went very well. In one of the round, I kind of did not do what I was expecting, but I was able to explain my thinking and how will I approach to the end solution, right? So the concepts were very clear. So after a couple of days, I got a call from Microsoft that I got selected, and then in 2017 I moved to Hyderabad, and since then I am working in Microsoft. So during my interview preparation, right, I observed that, and currently now I take a lot of interviews also, and for different tier colleges or IITs and all, right. One thing which is more common, right, whether you prepare or when you take interview as an interviewer is that whether the candidate has a knowledge or has a clarity about the concepts, right? How you are approaching the problem, right? And whether you are able to put your thought process, explain the thought process to your interviewer, right? So this was my experience, and this was my this is what I observed based on my past experience when I was preparing for interview, and based on the current interview process of which I am part of, right? So I wanted to share this learning, how you can start preparing, like you solve easy, hard, medium, different type of coding problems, but keep in mind that you are focusing on clearing your concept first, and not just jumping to the solution. Understand the problem, what is the statement of the problem, what is it expecting from you, and how you are approaching. It's okay if you start with the very unoptimized solution first, but you should know how you will go from unoptimized solution to the optimized solution, right? Because that is what matters, right? So I wanted to share all these learnings and also try to cover each topic in more detail. So I started this channel where I could share my knowledge and also learn from you also, right? Because it's not just to share the knowledge, it's to learn something new as well. Because again, I'm still learning, I'm not expert, right? So if you, the more videos will come soon, and I will try to address each concept in more detail. If you like the videos, please subscribe and share. If you have any specific feedback and you want any specific concepts to get cleared, or if you feel that this is something is not done correctly, please provide a feedback, because when you provide a feedback, then only you learn. So I would like to take that feedback and try to address whichever is possible based on my knowledge capabilities, and if not, then I will try to learn it and then share what I understood from it. So let's start the journey together, and thank you, all the best.